What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another one of my tutorials. If you guys are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe, click the bell, find me on Instagram if you have any questions. As always, I always leave my username in my descriptions. Today's video, long story short, I had a dilemma where I was trying to export my iPhone photos and videos to my PC in an organized manner without using iCloud, without using iTunes. I came across 3 different softwares. One of them is 100% free, straight from the website for PC and Mac. The other 2 are for PC only, and they are paid. However, I'm going to show you guys how to get those for free. So if you watch my tutorial all the way throughout the whole video, you will have those for free as well. And I'm going to show you the pros and cons. So the 3 softwares that I have is going to be this one, the iCare phone, and the Imazing. When I was doing my research, I came across this article because I was having issues on how to open my HEIC files, which stands for high efficiency image capture. Now, when you export photos from your iPhone or your iPad to your PC, more than likely you're going to have some stuff that's broken, and you won't be able to actually view the file as easily as you thought. So I'm going to show you guys where to download those extensions so you can open up those files exactly how you need to open them. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Now, the problem is when you export your photos from an iPhone or an iPad and you go into your PC, more than likely you're going to see something similar to this. Okay. Now, these are my personal photos that I had on my iPhone. Now, these 3 right here are going to be in JPG. As you can see right here, JPG file. This one right here is going to be in a PNG. This is where the problems occur right here, guys. When you have an HEIC file, you cannot open this type of file on a Windows machine if you do not have the correct extensions. Okay, HEIC stands for high efficiency image capture. So what happens is, what I noticed is a lot of the portrait photos that I take on my phone converts to this, or anything that I zoomed in, it changes to that kind of file format. And as obviously you cannot open that. That same thing goes for videos as well. So it's telling me that I'm missing the codecs for it to work. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what you can download to make that work. Okay, is if you download this extension right here, and you're going to want to check your system requirements. But I'm going to go ahead and click on Get, and we're going to go ahead and install this one and the other one. This is going to be real time, I believe. Let me see how much time I got. Might have some time to go ahead and do this. We're going to click on Get, open up the store here. You don't got to sign on for a Microsoft Store account or anything like that. You can do whatever you want. If you want to sign on, go ahead, but that's definitely not needed. So we're just going to go ahead and get this product is installed. So I'm not going to open that up yet. And then the other one we're going to do is this one right here. And we're going to do Get. Go to the Apple Store, or I mean not the Apple Store, the Microsoft Store. And then we're going to do Get on that one as well. And it installs. Now, once this thing's installs, I mean, if you can't install it for whatever reason, feel free to leave a comment and I'll see if I can help you guys. But it does have some type of system requirements. The worst case scenario, guys, you're going to try to download it and it tells you can't install it. It's not a big file. It just downloads and installs it automatically as soon as it finishes downloading. So once it's finished installing, you can actually see those files. So we're going to go right back. I'm going to go ahead and click this out of here. And I'll put everything in the description as well. So let me go over here. Now you can open up the file. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and just exit this out. I'm going to go back in here. And as you can see, they all populated. So that's how you're going to go about opening up the HEIC files. And the same thing goes for videos. Whenever you guys have videos, it will open them up how it's supposed to. And just so you guys can see, they are in those file formats. So let me just hover over it real quick. We'll do properties. and it's, you can see right here, it's HEIC. Now I'm going to be making this video, and I'm going to be stopping the video and recording probably tomorrow, because I don't have a whole bunch of time to record right now, but I wanted to get this thing started. So now that you guys have done that, if you want to go ahead and download, let's go. Excuse me. Where's my browser at? We're going to go ahead and go back to the very first software that I showed you guys, which is this one. Like I said, this is 100% free to download and install. So we're going to go ahead and just download this. And it's a very small file. So we're going to go ahead and run the setup. And I'm on a 64-bit operating system, but I don't believe it matters because I put this on my other laptop, and it was the 64-bit as well, but I didn't have any issues running it, and it's actually a slower computer than this one. So we'll just go ahead and run this thing real quick. Let me see what else I can show you guys. And like I said, these other ones right here are paid, and I will be showing you guys how to do that. You're gonna have to modify your operating system to do that. Pretty much just replace the file, and I'm gonna walk you through that on how to do it. It's very simple, but if you guys do not feel comfortable doing it, then I suggest you don't do it. But it is very simple on how to do it. So let's see where this thing's at. I'm gonna pause my video just for a second until this thing finishes. Okay guys, so moving along with this tutorial using the free software that I mentioned earlier. The iPhone on the right hand side is an iPhone 6 Plus 64 gig, and the iPhone on the left side is going to be an iPhone 7 Plus 128 gig. So I pretty much just factory reset the iPhone 6 Plus, and just so you guys can see, there's no photos in here and there's no contacts in here as well. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how easy it is to transfer the contacts. Okay, so just so you guys can see this thing work, I'm just going to turn off the thing so it doesn't turn off on me when I'm showing you guys. So let me just adjust my camera real quick, and I'm sorry this is going to have to be this way, but it's the only way I can make it work. So we're going to go ahead and go over here to where it says phone to phone, and as you can see it says iPhone, which is going to be the iPhone 6 Plus that I just factory reset, and my burner phone, which is the iPhone 7. So I'm going to want to transfer my contacts from this phone right here on the left hand side. As you can see, I got my contacts all right here, and I'm not sure if I showed you guys this yet. Yeah, there's no contacts in this one. So it's very easy. I'm just gonna go ahead and click next, and all I want to do right now is transfer my contacts, just like that. And we're gonna go ahead and transfer. I'm gonna pause this video just for a second. As you can see right here, this is gonna be 832 contacts. So I'll pause the video for a second and I'll be right back when this is done. We're at about 400, 500 contacts already. This is probably taking maybe a minute. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let it run until it's done, so you guys can see how fast it is. I shouldn't have stopped it, but either way, it took very little time and effort to do this. As you can see now, I got contacts and it populates just like that on your device. So if I want to go back over here and I want to transfer more, I'm just going to go right back, and we're going to go back to the burner phone. And this time I'm going to try to download, I'm going to try to import my photos. So it says pictures 315. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck my contacts, and we're going to do just the photos. And I'm going to let that run like that. This is going to take a little bit longer. It's 308 total photos, but I'm going to go ahead and pause it right now. It's almost at 20. Now it's about 30. So I'll pause it right now and I'll be back. All right, guys. So pretty much it looks like it's just about done here. 308 images. That took about maybe, I'd say maybe about 5-7 minutes or so. So it says we're still transferring right now. So I'm thinking it's just finishing up the transfer. Okay guys, so pretty much everything finished up the transfer. After it said it was pretty much done, it had transferred 308. It took about another 4 or 5 minutes before it to actually finish and come out saying that it transfer completed. So if you go over here to my photo album, I'll show you guys just real quick. You're not gonna see in the camera roll, okay? So like if we go right here and we start looking through it, it's gonna make a folder and it's gonna say from my Mac. Obviously I'm on a PC. So when you go in here, let's say you try to delete something, pretty much like when you sync it from iCloud, from your iTunes, you can't delete the photo. Okay, so just so you guys know what you got to do, just click on here and then do select all, just like that, and just do on the very bottom, let me move my camera so you guys can see this, sorry, do add to, and then you're going to create a new album, and you can do a backup or whatever you want to call it. Click save, and all your photos are going to be there. Okay, now if you go back up here, you're going to have your backup photos. Now you can go in here and start deleting whatever you want. Now, how do you delete this one since we can't delete it? Very simple. All you have to do is go back to the app that we were using. So if you go over here to where it says Contact Manager, go ahead and disconnect the phone that you transferred from. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this iPhone. And then you want to go to where it says PC to phone. I'm sorry, phone to PC, my bad. And then click next. And then from here, we're going to go and click on, actually, you know what? I think I'm doing it wrong. Go to Contact Manager, I'm sorry. And then go to Photos, Album. And by default, you will not be able to move anything with the little lock right here. It won't let you delete none of this stuff, okay? So, but you can delete the photo that you just imported. So if I click on this, make sure you check it, click delete, just like that. And as you can see, it's saying it's deleting from here. And now all you have is that album. And what's pretty cool, like if you have screenshots, it puts them in the screenshots. Any portrait photos that you have maybe taken, it goes into the portrait folder, and so on. So all my pictures are right here. And like I said, you can go in here and you can delete whatever you want, just like that. One thing to mention, people tend to freak out when you look at the files on your computer and it says the HEIC aren't readable. That's because you haven't downloaded the extensions yet. Just because it can't read it on your PC, once you import them back into your device, because it is Apple device, it'll be able to open them up just fine. So just FYI, I forgot to mention that earlier. So yeah, that's how you would transfer your photos, and that's how you would get your contacts in there. I have not tried the other features that are on this content manager right here for like your apps and all that kind of stuff. I was having trouble when I was originally playing with it, but then I came across the other software, and that's what we're going to be talking about now. So if any of you guys test those out, feel free to leave me a comment, say what's working, what's not working, just so other people that are going to be watching this video can look through the video comments and see if it's going to help them or not. Okay guys, so now we're just pretty much going to go ahead and install the other softwares. So when I open up my Google Chrome here, we're going to see two different pages. The first one is going to be the iCare phone, and then the other one is going to be the Imazing. Now obviously if you go to their home page, they're going to want you to buy the actual versions. I'm going to show you guys how to install this for free. It's not going to be a trial, it's going to be the actual full version of both of these softwares right here. Okay, before you do that, make sure you already have WinRAR already installed. Now, if you're on a 32-bit operating system or a 64-bit operating system, it doesn't matter. You can always just use a 32-bit version. It's going to work just fine for what we're going to be doing. So you can just go right here and just click on this one. I'll put the link in the description for you guys to go ahead and download that. So download that first, because when you download it, I'm actually going to upload this in a zip file format, which is going to look just like this one right here. And you're going to have both of these folders. There's going to be this one, and it's going to be this one right here. So like I said, if you go to the website, you can read up on the actual softwares if you want. If you want to go ahead and bypass this and not worry about downloading this and just use the original first one that I showed you guys, that's free, by all means go ahead. If you don't feel comfortable with what we're about to do, then you can go ahead and stop the video right here. Everybody else, just follow along. We're going to do this one first, because this is going to be the one that's a little bit more trickier, but I'm going to walk you through on how to do it. So we're going to have a folder. When you download them, they're going to look like this. What we're going to do, you got to edit this host file. Okay, so if you open up the key, it's going to give you the key just like this. This is going to be the key that you're going to be using. This is going to be the username. Now if you're not familiar with how to edit the host files, this is what you're going to be needing to put in the system. Okay, this is going to be the path. right here. So just so you guys know what you're going to be downloading from me, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And this opens up in a regular notepad, just FYI. Let me just go ahead and exit that out. So what I have already did for you, oops, I didn't mean to open up the Google, sorry. I'll put these side by side so you guys can see it's the exact same thing. All right, so if you look at the first IP address right here, it's going to be 195.5.6, which is that one right there. And then the two bottom lines are the same as that. So that's pretty much all that is, these two right here. So in order to do that, I already have the path on where you need to go. So we're going to go ahead and open up this little folder. And obviously whenever you download it, it's going to look like this. And when you open it up, it'll look like that. And you'll have the same file that I'm going to be playing with right now. So when you open it up, you go to key. It literally tells you the path. So the easiest way to do this, you guys, is just copy this. We'll go from here where the etc is at. Oops, come on. If I can type real quick. Copy this part right here and do Control-C so you can copy it. And it doesn't matter what folder you open. So let's just hypothetically say you go back to the one that you just downloaded, right? Man, my keyboard's not working with me today. We'll go here. You could literally just type in right here and then just backspace it to delete that, and then do Control-V and then hit enter. It's going to take you to the exact path where you need to replace this file right here. Now if we open this file, just double click it and then click on Notepad and then click open. It already has something on it. It pretty much tells you what you need to do on how to edit this file right here. So since I already did that for you, all we're going to do is drag and drop the new one in there. So if you go over to your little folder here, we're going to click on this. I'll move this over so you guys can see. And then just drag it over here. And it's going to ask you, do you want to replace the file? Yes, go ahead and replace it. And then when it asks you for the administrator permission, just click continue. Alright, and it replaces the file, okay? If you click on it and you click on Notepad, it's exactly the same thing that I already pretty much set up for you guys. It's as easy as that to do that. Now, if it's not working for you guys to go this route by just copying the path on here, I'll show you guys how to get there. Let me just exit this thing out. Assuming that you guys are on Windows 10, click on this little folder, and you're going to click on this PC. We're going to go to the local drive C, and then from here go to Windows, and then you're going to want to go to, let me see, let me look at my notes, make sure I'm doing it right. So we're in Windows right now, and then we're going to go to System 32, and then you're going to go to Drivers. So just scroll down to Drivers. Oops, I think I went too far. Drivers right here, and then etc. And this is going to be the same file that we just replaced. Right there. Once you do that, it says, let me see, let's go look back at our notes real quick. It just says add the notes to the host file, right? So go ahead and leave this one open, and we're going to go ahead and run the setup file on this one. So once this thing starts loading, obviously we want English, and we're going to be using these credentials right here, okay, the passkey and the username. So once this thing sets up, I think it's taking a little bit longer to go because I'm recording. So click next, next, and we'll let it do its thing real quick. And again, this will be in the description, and you'll have all the notes that I'm showing you guys right now as well. fairly small. The other one is very easy to install, so this is going to be the harder one. So once you do that, just uncheck that and just click finish. Now we're going to go and open this actual application. Click yes. And since we already did this part, this is pretty much going to be blocking the key from being detected online. That's pretty much what that does. So I was just hesitating to open it real quick. Just give it a minute. Looks like it's open up in the back. Move this out of the way. All right. So from here, you're going to want to click on this little key right here, and you're going to copy this email, Control C, and then you can do Control V, or right click and paste, or right click and copy, however you want to do it. And then we're going to go to this little notepad again, and you're going to copy this key, Control C, and then Control V, and then click register. It's going to hesitate for a second, and then it's going to tell you that it's upgraded and successful registration, I believe. I can't remember the exact wordage, but or verbiage, but it's down there. Let's see what it does. So it registered successfully, and then click OK. And that's how you do that one. Pretty simple, right? So since I'm already recording, let's go ahead and do the other one. So again, whenever you download my other file, it's going to look just like a little zip folder file, just like that. And it's going to be this one right here. And I have my notes on here. For those of you who wish to add me on Instagram and message me on there if you need help, this is my Instagram name right here. You can look me up. Pretty much tell you run the installer from the setup folder and complete the installation. Close the program completely, even from the system tray, and copy the patch to the program's installation. So let's go ahead and do that first. We're going to run this right here. Right click on it and do just run it as administrator. And then click next. I accept the agreement. Click next, next, and next, and then click install. So once this is done, we're going to go find this folder, and we're going to replace the, or we're actually going to add this patch into the actual directory. Just give it a minute to finish. So as this thing is finishing up, go ahead and look at this. So pretty much right click on the patch and click run as administrator, click on the patch or the crack button and select the main executive file. So you can see the icon right here, and then I'm not going to launch it. Uncheck that and then click finish, and make sure that it's not sitting right here. If you see an icon, just right click on it and close it out. So now that we did that, we're going to go to this file right here, control copy or right click and copy, however you want to do it, and we're going to go back to the little folder right here. Where is that? Okay, and then go to this PC, local disk, and I believe this is going to be in the folder 86, and we're looking for the Imazing. Bear with me, let me see if I can find it in here. So it's not going to be on that one. So let's go back to the program files. And where the heck did I see it? Oh, it's going to be this one right here. This DGDNA. Imazing. Now, what you're going to want to do, scroll all the way down. And it doesn't matter where you put it. You can click on this little white area right here, and then do right click and paste it, or control V, V as in Vanessa, and then do paste, and then continue, And then from here, right click on this one and run as administrator. And then do patch, just click on it. And it says patching done. You can exit out, exit all this stuff out, and now you can run the program. It's not going to detect anything because I don't have a phone set up, but let me go ahead and connect the phone here in a second. By default, it usually tries to make a backup of your device the very first time that you do it. I highly suggest you do the backup because then you can actually clone your device, you can transfer all your information. So let me go ahead and just connect this iPhone real quick. As you can see, it sees one. It also reads the old backups from the iTunes as well. So now you can see burner 7. I believe I backed up this iPhone a while back. And you can do restore, you can look at your messages, export folder, and stuff like that as well. So this is what you're going to see. It's going to want you to back up the phone. Don't worry about that. And then back it up first. After you back it up, you can actually see this device in your actual interface, and you can start transferring your iMessages, your photos, and all that stuff. But for this part, I'm done recording, and I'll finish up recording probably tomorrow. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping up this video. A couple of things that I didn't mention earlier when I was recording my earlier segments was whenever you go to export photos using this iCare phone software, the moment you click on one-click export, it's automatically going to start exporting your photos, okay? Most people would think that it's going to go to your photos albums on your PC or the desktop like the MobiMover went, but if I go ahead and click on this one, it's going to start exporting them. So I'll go ahead and stop this just so you guys can see, and it's going to automatically open up the folder path on where it's at. So it's in the C drive, iCare phone folder, photo 2019, and then it has it by the date. So if I go ahead and click on here, you start seeing the photos that I have in here, and then it'll start populating just like that. Okay, so let's say that you exit this out and you're trying to find your photos. If we start from scratch real quick and go over here to the folder, assuming you're on Windows 10, you're going to go to this PC, your C drive, and then this little folder right here is iCare phone, and this is going to be where all your images are at. I have 3 folders in here because I've already done this multiple times, but this is where your pictures are going to be stored at. These are the ones that I already canceled out whenever I was doing it the other day. So this is my actual album right there, and that's the path that's going to go. I haven't figured out a way and where you can actually set that up to go to like your photos or your desktop or whatever, but just FYI, that's where it's going to go. Another thing I need to mention on here to you guys, whenever you go to export your photos, check on your export settings first. If you click on here, I've already changed mine to HEIC. So what happens is if you don't change this, by default, see if you hit restore default, by default it's going to be a JPG format. I want to keep mine to the HEIC. And the reason you want to do that, if you're like me, let's go back to my folders I was messing with earlier. If I go in here, you see how these things are separated? If you do everything as a JPG, anything that's supposed to be HEIC is going to be JPG, even if it's going to be a movie. So if a movie comes in, it's supposed to be MOV, and technically the format is still the same, but it's going to recognize it as a JPG. So if you're looking for a specific photo and you're thinking it's HEIC format or it's a movie, everything's going to appear as a JPEG, or a JPG, just like these right here. So it's going to be kind of hard for you to look at them when you're looking at like 800 photos or however many photos you might have in your device. So that's just one thing I wanted to clear up real quick. Another thing is whenever you're using this software right here, this is actually going to be storing the backups in the same location as the iTunes backups go. So if you're not familiar with that, if you open up your folder and go to this PC, you're going to go to C drive. From here, you're going to go to users, and you're going to type, click on your name. In order for you to see that, you got to change it to view the hidden files. So if you go over here to where it says view, go to options, change the folder, and click on view, and then just click right here where it says show hidden files, folders, and drives. Click apply. and now you're going to see app data. From here you can go to roaming, Apple Computer, mobile sync, backup, and these are going to be the iTunes backups, and this is going to be the one from the Imazing software, and these are going to be the backups that I've already created. So just FYI, if you guys need to delete stuff, because the more backups that you do, obviously you're going to be using up the storage on your hard drive. Just delete the older ones if you want to, as long as you have all the data you want saved somewhere on an external hard drive or whatever it may be. Then go ahead and delete whatever you want so you can save your storage space on your hard drive. One of these applications, I can't remember which one it was, but I want to say it was the iCare phone. Whenever I went to back this thing up, it automatically generated a folder for my for all my favorites. You can't see it in here because I just exported it, but it made an album specifically for my favorites. So anything that I exported and I had it as a favorite in my album, it made its individual folder for that. But those are the 3 softwares, you guys. Sorry I couldn't make it even longer. Hopefully everybody just paid attention and installed the programs. If you guys need any help or any kind of, if you're having any kind of issues, feel free to leave a comment. I'll leave my Instagram username on there in the description. I'll put all the links in the description as well. And as always, subscribe to my channel, click the bell. If you're interested in Fire Stick stuff and how to watch your sports, your pay-per-view events, movies, TV shows, and all that good stuff, follow my channel, man. I got tons of stuff on there that I put on there, and you guys are more than welcome to download that and use it. Thank you for watching, man, and sorry if I took up too much of your time. I'm outie.